Yeah, we're not honest about the nature of the enemy, and in fact we're so cowed that we give these people essentially the running of the free world. One of these guys in the latest London attack was on a national television documentary on extremism.
27-year-old.
Yeah, and he's like, so he's basically up for a, you know, a posthumous Emmy nomination for Best Jihadist in a British extremism documentary. This is a ridiculous way of allowing yourself to be hollowed out by these people.
The only thing you could do, Mark, is go into these areas and do pre-arrests.
No.
I'm not sure what you're up to. I cannot take the risk. Come with me. And then there's going to be outrage with that, because right now the watching, MI5 says they have 500 active investigations and 20,000 people that they know have direct links to terror. Right,
and the arithmetic on the number of people you'd need to do that. Now with the IRA, for example, they had internment without trial. They would do things like if a person of interest wanted to get on a boat and go from Belfast to Liverpool, they would stop him. The guy hadn't been convicted of anything, but they would do that. That's only 20 years ago.
I didn't know that.
And you know, but it's interesting because you think it's easier to do because in a sense it's one group of white Europeans getting at another group of white Europeans. Now, because of political correctness in the last 20 years, everyone said, oh no, you can't do that, that's Islamophobic, you're tarring an entire community. People were more relaxed about all
You know what's interesting, when you just said London Bridge, it made me realize I'm a mom and I'm teaching my daughter all these nursery rhymes. I thought, my gosh, we sing as children, London Bridge is falling down. I'm thinking, next time I sing that with my daughter, I'm going to be thinking about this and terrorism on that very bridge. Well, what can we do? What can we learn from them to protect our own kids here?
Well, I think that's actually a very good example, Ainsley, because they understand the symbolic power of it in a way that we don't. They understand that London Bridge isn't just some bridge across some crummy, dirty, muddy river. It has symbolic power. In the same way that in a different sense the Ariana Grande thing does. And they're serious. They've declared war on us. And we keep saying, no, no, you can declare war on us all you like. We're not treating it as
we're going to protest the Paris. We're going to protest the Paris Agreement.
Yeah.
We're not going to be outraged that that tourists got run over and stabbed to death.
No, and you know, there's a grieving family in British Columbia, Canada, this morning, mourning their daughter because she went to London and got killed by these guys. And Sadik Khan, the mayor of London, used this weasel phrase yesterday. He said, you don't need to be alarmed. He said, this is one of the safest world cities on the planet. And by world cities, he means places like New York, London, or Paris that have become big multicultural centers where there are whole areas that you don't know what's going on in. People are running mosques, people are part of networks. It's a very slippery phrase, that, when you allow essentially areas of your city to secede from
As a Muslim mayor, I would love to have seen him speak up and tell us the difference between what he thinks and what they think. That would have got a long way.
But he's very dishonest and weaselly on all that stuff, Brian.
Meanwhile, that girl will never walk down the aisle. She was going to plan her wedding.
No, and it's absolutely tragic. And I'd like us to stop being reactive on things like that. I don't want any more grieving families in British Columbia. This has to stop.
Mark
Thanks,
Steyn.
Mark. Great to see you.
Thank you.